I actually had a thought. It is very early in the morning. And just before my workout, I was reading something on mindset that caused me to come in here to say good morning to you. And it is something that's going to be part of my homework, something I really have to work on myself. And this is around the whole concept and conversation on stereotypes and how stereotypes can hijack someone's ability just in processing or believing they belong in a community. And as I read the study, one of the things it talked about is women and math as they go through certain courses in school, whether it be a university or just math from a young age or science from a young age, how they do not feel that they belong to the study of that area, of that subject matter. And we just have to be careful. As I read this information, one of the things I started to think about, or a memory that came back for me that I do think of, but not often, is this thing around being told that as a West Indian woman or West Indian young girl at the moment, I was never going to be good at math. And I didn't have to worry about it because once I married someone, a husband that was good with the finances and the math, I would not have to worry about it. And I gotta tell you, I had forgotten that memory, but in fact, it was good that I read this article. And it was important for me to remember the push. I had to push through that stereotype. And thank God I landed on the side where not only am I really, really good at math, I am good at things that has to do with computer programming and things of that nature. But I had to recall that it was one teacher who I did not necessarily like, we'll say that created a challenge for me using a set of cards and was going to use that set of cards to show me how to do probability and statistics. And I thought that was impossible. There's no way. I've been told that I would never be good at math. And there's no way you could turn that around for me and teach me something that was high level. And this teacher was able to use a deck of cards and teach me probability and statistics, ratio, and things of that nature. And what I learned is that when you were told you can't do something that's positive, something that's beneficial, something that will help you in other decision-making matters of life, you have to push through those. Because on the other side could be a talent, a skill, a part of your character that you have yet to develop. And I'm glad for that teacher who challenged me. He woke me up. He woke me up to the possibilities of who I am and who I could be. And I did extremely well in that class. But what it did was created this transference within me that if I could push through that experience, what else had I not tackled? What other stereotype, what other negativity, what other judgment, what other criticism had I allowed to continue to keep me captive in the person I was at the time? And at that time, because this was a young part of who I was, I didn't think there were many possibilities for me. I didn't think that there were many things I could do very well or well at all. I knew I was a dreamer. I knew I was a creator in my mind. I never thought anyone would want to hear what I had to say based on the fact that I could not do math. Can you believe that? Right. Math that had nothing to do per se with language or talking or communicating. It has its own level and language of communication. But I thought that the one big thing they said I could not do, that was a male entity, that would stop me from being viable or successful in any other way. So I wanted to say that even though this study was really talking about something that sometimes we always say is a gender specific thing, Women can't do math. Of course, you know, in 2024, that is different. That has changed. Women can most definitely do math and do it extremely well. The other part of it is really you, whoever you are, believing in yourself, that it might not be a subject matter in school. We used a very small thing to discuss this complex thing. Be careful of the stereotypes. And I'm not saying that some stereotypes were not born out of small segments of truth, but I am saying that you owe yourself. You owe you, not someone else, not society. You owe you the opportunity to, in fact, investigate those stereotypes that have been placed on you, placed on your people, placed, and that people could be the culture, placed on your agenda, placed on your character, placed on your family. You owe you and you owe your future to take the time to investigate. Is this thing true? How much thread of truth is in this stereotype that has been placed upon us, or that I have accepted, or that I am dealing with? Be careful with the stereotypes. Now, as I talk to you, I talk to myself, because there's stereotypes in my culture that I have not done all of the investigation on. I'm still trying to understand some of them. I have not done all of the investigation. And even as a mom, there are some stereotypes that I find that I am consistently tagging to my children and doing it automatically and failing to identify their specific character in the moment of tagging them automatically. Failing. Yes, me, the one here speaking to you, is failing at the things that I'm telling you to do. And what I would like to see in my failing of it, however, I am made more aware of the work I have to do. Yes, not only as a mom, because I talked to you guys earlier at the beginning of this live about transference. So the thing that I learned in a moment of being mom are things I transfer in the moments of being human. Yes, transference is needed. And so I just really wanted to bring this because as I read the article and the caution in the article about being careful of stereotypes, because it really, really can destroy someone's character, and it really, really will hamper or deter their feeling of what their ability is in a matter. I just want you guys to be careful. As I am being careful, as I am hearing the warning, as I am reading the warning, as I am digesting it and taking it for real, I am taking it as a real thing. I have to go back and do some homework on being careful of the stereotypes that I attach to people, those stereotypes that can hamper, prevent, damage, let's say it, damage someone's ability or their well-being or their thought process or their mindset. It can go that far. Or their mindset about who they think they are, who they think they can become, and what they think they can offer. Raise Voices is here, and we want to do the work before we come to you. We want to have the awareness before we come to you. We want to have the professionals that are doing the work that we have in these conversations. These conversations are not for entertainment. We are going to have fun, but they're not for entertainment. They are truly the work that we're doing in our lives and those around us as we connect to the people around us, that we bring these conversations, these professionals, so that you too can start on this lifestyle transformation where your personal development is done first, but with a proactive intention. You have to make the decision in awareness. You have to be present. Whatever state of mind you're in, you have to be present enough to say, This is what I'm going to do to make my life better, to make me a better person, and to show up better in the world or the part of the world that I am assigned. So I just want you guys to be careful of the stereotypes. I got a lot of work to do today to not only remind myself that stereotypes are very, very nasty things, and I need to examine them to make sure these stereotypes that I continue to connect myself to, are these stereotypes something that I need to have around me? What are the truths in these stereotypes that I've connected myself to that I think are so important for my existence? So that is something that I, Azali, am going to be doing the work. And so I wanted just to have a conversation with you. Raise Voices, you guys are over 6,000 strong. I want you guys to start to engage, start to interact, and start to, when you can, come on these lives and talk with me. There is work to be done, and we have got to do the work. And I'm hoping that you will join with Raised Voices and you would have these serious, life-transforming conversations, not the entertainment, but the conversations, and that you are doing your work as well as we are doing the work behind the scenes. I hope that this conversation coming to you today, which was unscripted, unplanned. So if you hear background noise, again, unscripted, unplanned, real life happening. But when I read the article, it truly, truly spoke to me, and I had to come and speak to you. There is always work to do, and we have to be intentional. And so this reminder of the article that then allowed my mind to go back to childhood and say, hey, I've got some work to do, because I started down the path of being more aware of stereotypes. And somewhere I think I fell off where I had forgotten that some of these tags, So I thank you for listening. I hope that your life, your journey is positive. I hope that it is going well for you. I pray that you will continue to embrace that better self that you dream of, regardless of where you are in the world, regardless of your situation, regardless of your social stratosphere, economical labels. I pray and I hope that each of you that are connected to us as subscribers would continue to do the very best you can with what you have every day. This journey is an everyday journey. There is a mindset to get up every day and do what I can, the best of what I can. It is not going to be easy. Everyone doesn't have the same resources or the same tools, but you can do it. I just believe you can do it. So the deal we'll make is I'm going to believe for you until you can believe for you. Don't give up. Hope is there. In the worst dire situation, if there is not hope around you, then you have to become the hope. Because human beings and human nature and human spirit is so much bigger than the evil, than the warfare, than the dark, than the less than who you are. It can help you to propel into a future and be the solution for some of these problems today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. It is always my pleasure to speak with you. Keep living. Keep living. Do good because you can. Do good because you can. And please enjoy your day and live a simple life, but with a proactive intention that says, I will change the world. Have a great day, guys.